Hey everyone, welcome to my Injustice 2 countdown video. I'm going to do a couple of these Road to Injustice 2 videos. In this video, I'm just really going to talk about my thoughts on the roster, and other than that, maybe some multiverse mode. The Joker just got announced as a character, which is really awesome. But first, I just want to take a look at this really cool menu from Injustice 1. I hope they do something like this for Injustice 2. You know, if they don't, that's fine, but we already saw that really cool battle mural, which is pretty cool. But, yeah, so I'm going to throw up the picture of the roster as of right now. Let me just get it up here first. There we go. So, the roster. This is every character that's going to come in the game, plus Darkseid, if you pre-ordered it. And if you saw Darkseid's trailer, and if I were you, I would pre-order it. Darkseid looks like he's going to be insane to play as. And it's really cool because it looks like, you know, nothing phases him. And he really is the most powerful being. You know, at least he thinks he is. Which is awesome. But my thoughts on this roster, basically, I'm really excited that they included a lot of Batman characters. I'm biased when it comes to that anyways, because I wanted every character to be from the Batman universe on here. So I know some people won't agree with me with that, but you know, I love Batman. We got Robin, we got Catwoman, Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, Bane, Joker, Harley, Deadshot, Black Canary. You know, they all fit into the Batman universe in some way. What I think is really cool about some of these characters is the fact that you can have premiere skins. Now, Flash's enemy, Captain Cold, a premiere skin for him is going to be Mr. Freeze, which is really cool. It gives you another character without NetherRealm having to do much. And I'm not sure if this is true. I feel like I read this somewhere. But they're actually going to be voiced by other people too, the premiere skins. So you'll actually feel like you're playing another character, even though the moves are very similar. For Captain Cold and Mr. Freeze, that's pretty much fine because they pretty much have the same powers, just different stories. Another one I'm pretty excited about is Dr. Fate. Not many people really know about him. I think it's going to be really cool to see what he can do. Another thing I think is cool is that when you study, you know, the trailers and you look at the characters that are, you know, on the screen and the moves they're doing, you can kind of tell where they came up with the idea of these characters from past Mortal Kombat characters. You know, some of the Swamp Thing gameplay that I was watching, it looked like he was doing a mixture of Devora and what's the Rock guy's name? Oh my god, the guy who can make either way, you know who I'm talking about. And you know, if you watch some of the Gorilla Grodd gameplay, it looks like they took either his movements or some of his playstyle from like Ferrator, which is really cool because, you know, it shows that NetherRealm was kind of thinking about how both games work as they designed this one. And, you know, they were probably trying to figure out ways to actually make this one stand out and be different. And, you know, I think that's really cool. Another character that I'm pretty excited to see in here is Blue Beetle, because he's another character that, you know, maybe not too many people know about, and it's going to be interesting to see, you know, how he fits into the storyline, and you know, it's really cool. I can't wait to see him be in it. the last character I want to talk about is Scarecrow. Scarecrow seems very interesting. I don't know what's going to happen with him. He plays a lot, and he looks like he plays a lot like Scorpion, which is pretty cool. He's kind of got like a pull attack. He's got like a duplicate attack where he creates two of himself and they hold you. And I think that's pretty cool. His design, I really like. His intro, you see him pop the fear toxin, and then all of a sudden he looks like some demon version of a Scarecrow, which is really cool because that's what he wants you to think he looks like, and that's where he terrifies you into just doing what he wants, which I think that's really cool. NetherRealm really captured how these characters behave, and and how they go about doing the things they do, while also putting their own twist on it, which is really cool. I like that and I respect that. So yeah, those are pretty much my thoughts on the roster. Just the quick and dirty of it. I could go on and on and on and on about every single character on here, and I won't do that. I won't bore you guys with that, but basically that's how I feel about it. I cannot wait to unlock every single piece of gear for every single person. That's something that's really cool in this game. Other games maybe you had one main and that was it, or you had two mains and that was it. In this game, with the way the gear works, you can have certain gear that gives you certain buffs, or just like in a lot of action RPGs or a lot of RPGs nowadays, you can have set pieces where, say, Batman has like the Titan gauntlets and the Titan helmet and the Titan chest piece. If you wear all of them, they do an extra buff, which is really cool. I like that, and I'm gonna want to get every single person's set pieces, and I hope there's multiple of them. But yeah, let's move on. I'm gonna throw up a picture that I got off the internet of the new multiverse mode. Let me just grab it here. There we go. So, this is a picture I got off the internet, and this is the multiverse mode. I think it's gonna be really cool. Basically, it's like the Living Towers in Mortal Kombat, and if you don't know what that is, I'll explain now. Okay, so every single week, I'm guessing it's a week, some of them could be daily, you're going to log into Injustice, and on the menu there's going to be the multiverse mode, and when you select that, you're going to see different universes, because in the DC universe there's infinite universes that they created them to basically, it's a long story, but they created them a long time ago to patch up some of the bad, the mistakes that certain writers made and the stuff that people didn't want to deal with anymore. They just created different universes to kind of seal those stories. It's a long story. It's a disaster, but it kind of works. So basically, these multiverses are going to be different universes of our Earth, and you can see that one's called The Rage, then there's one called Blown Away, Bad Odds, and basically you're going to have a set of battles on each of these universes, and the battles may have certain conditions, like certain objectives that you have to meet during the battles in order to complete them, and you're going to get rewards when you complete them. And the cool thing about it is, since there's multiple universes or infinite universes, basically what's going to happen is every week they're going to reset into a different universe. So you're going to be able to visit all kinds of universes and deal with all kinds of weird versions of, the Joker, or weird versions of any of the roster. Who knows? NetherRealm might throw some surprises in there, and we might fight people that aren't even on the roster. I think that'd be really cool, seeing someone that you didn't even think you were going to see in this game. And I think that's really cool. And I have a brief description, a very brief description of what multiverse mode is in a picture. I can throw it up here. It pretty much just says exactly what I said. There we go. So basically each multiverse contains events consisting of series of battles represented as a numbered stack. An event's difficulty is denoted by its level. Oh, that's right. You're right. So each one's going to have basically a minimum level of what you are going to need to, you know, attack it. And be able to successfully, you know, even try to complete it. Which is pretty cool, because, you know, you're going to have to grind out those levels and that gear in order to defeat that suggested event, which is really cool. I like that. So yeah, multiverse mode, I think it's going to be amazing. That'll probably be, you know, for people who don't like multiplayer as much, or who don't want to get their ass kicked online, you know, this is a way to make that, you know, players stick around after they beat the story, and they don't want to just, you know, grind out in a lab for hours, you know, doing one move over and over again, like, you know, I probably will. But you know, I like the fact that they include something extra, so it's not just, you know, the story mode or the single fight or the multiplayer. This multiverse mode looks like it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait for it. The last thing I just want to throw up real quick is just 2 pictures of the Joker, and talk about my thoughts on the Joker, because he was just announced. So, you know, and I'm starting this Road to Injustice videos kind of late to the game, but like I said, you know, I'm trying to redo my channel, focus it just on superheroes and stuff like that. So I'm gonna throw up 2 pictures of the Joker, and you know, just give my thoughts, you know, how I feel about what they've done to him, or, you know, how they designed him. Let me just throw them up here real quick. Okay, so here they are. My first thoughts are they're really cool. My second first thoughts are the hair is okay. I don't really like it that much, but other than that, you know, it's cool. Part of me thinks they maybe, I don't know if WB told them to maybe kind of make it like a Jared Leto type Joker, but you know, who knows? I don't think we'll ever know something like that. But I think it's cool. You know, if you've seen the videos of him, which I'm sure you have by now, he's cool. You know, he's got all the same moves. He's got a little bit, maybe 1 or 2 are a little different. Maybe they look a little flashier, but you know, I think it's cool. And I think because of the gear system, you know, that's gonna make everyone be okay with it. You know, because the Joker on the left, in my opinion, is way better than the Joker on the right. You know, the hat kind of hides that, you know, goofy emo hair, but you know, maybe it's a younger Joker, because, you know, it's not the same Joker probably, unless, you know, spoiler alert, he goes into a Lazarus pit or something like that, you know, to revive himself. But you know, I like that noir looking Joker on the left. I think it's really cool. These pictures, by the way, were taken from the leak of the I think it was a French channel. That's why it says Le Joker on there, I'm guessing. But yeah, you know, I think it's cool, and I think the Joker, you know, is, how could he not be in the game? I mean, he is the most famous villain of all time. You know, I'll say it right now, and I'll stick by it. When you think of a villain for a superhero, you go right to the Joker, because he is the most famous villain. I can't help it if Batman has the vast rogues gallery. I can't help it. I know Spider-Man's is pretty good too, but I don't really talk about Marvel that much, so Batman's is the best. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I have right now for you guys. Just gonna go back to the roster here. I just love looking at it. It's so exciting. You know, I cannot wait to play each and every one of these characters. It's gonna be great. Anyways, you know, thanks for sticking with me through my first Road to Injustice video. My next video, I'm probably going to do a little bit more on my DLC wishlist characters. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the gear system. And yeah, you know, let's just get hyped. Get ready for Injustice 2. Leave a like if you want. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you next time.